I never know what to do with my arms.
Ready to rock, Patrick?
Ready to rock. When you take off your cleats and you put your feet in the sand and the sand just goes through your toes, and when you feel that, you go, oh, that feels great, and then chasing a piece of plastic just feels amazing. But the main reason I came to beach was I've been playing grass for a gazillion years, and then I moved to Portugal in 95, and there was no ultimate here, and we would go to the grass, but A, there's bad grass here in Portugal, and B, it's just expensive. So we ended up going to the sea, which was a nicer place to play. And then we started a tournament, the Unported tournament in '97 here. And it sort of grew, and the more I played beach, the more I fell in love with the sport. And then eventually, in 2000, when I had a year off, Bula had started in Paganello, and I said, all right, somebody needs to lead this, and that's sort of what I do in general, sort of start companies and entrepreneurial. So I started leading Bula, just got a bunch of volunteers together, and together we just sort of created the movement of the sports worldwide. That is not Portugal or anywhere else, it's truly worldwide. So that's sort of how I got into it and fell in love with the beach. I think that you'll probably see stronger beach ultimate in countries where there is a true beach life. Right? I think here in Portugal, Philippines, parts of Australia, I think you will see less of a dominance that you see sometimes in sort of Northern European, US, Canada domination of grass ultimate. I think you will see a shift where there's more countries where there's true beach life that can play 52 weeks a year, where it's cheap to play beach, so you get all these kids to play and come out, because the only thing you need is a disc, 8 cones, and a pair of shorts in most countries. So I think you'll see a shift in that. I think it'll increase in popularity as well, just because I personally think that filming beach ultimate is more spectacular, and even things like an AUDL, I think the shorter field, more plays, less consistent long throws, but more layouts, I think is going to really do a great job for the sport itself. I think it's going to be more spectator friendly as well, but I think, so all in all, I think it will pick up in years to come. And it's, as we saw for the World Championships in France, I mean, the number of teams now interested, and we were close to 200 teams that wanted to play, and we had to cap it unfortunately under 20, but that shows you the desire of people to play beach ultimate. Of course, there have been many, and beach ultimate, there's so many things to choose from. I remember going to the Asian Championships in Boracay in 2009, but I think the thing that sort of marked me the most was the very first World Championships here in Portugal, 2004. Very small community, Portuguese community, still not a large ultimate community, but at that point we had 30, 40 players. One of the players said, have you ever done a World Championships? I said, no. He said, I have an event organization. Let's do something. I said, great. So we got everybody together, and 3 months before the event started, I mean, people already booked their flights. We got everything. The organizer said, I'm sorry, we don't have any sponsors. You're on your own. So in 3 months, those 30 people of the Portuguese organization, which was a loose bunch, had to put together this event. It worked out really well. It was the first Bula World Championships in 2004, and it's still to this day sort of big smiles when I think about it. So we had 2004, we had Portugal 2007, we had World Championships in Brazil, 2008 Europeans in France, 2009 Asians in Philippines, Boracay, 2011 World Championships again, this time in Lignano, Italy, 2013 Spanish or European Championships in Calafell in Spain, 2015 we had Dubai World Championships, and now 2017 we're going to have France again, another World Championships. Then 2019 we will have European, Americas and Asia-Oceanic World Championships or Continental Championships. In 2021 will be World Championships again. When I first saw the question, I sort of went, okay, who? And the person I'm going to mention now, you probably will go, oh, it's actually Nob Rao, the WFDF president. We don't always see eye to eye, but I think he does an amazing job. People do not know how much work it is to run something like a WFDF. There's so many countries involved, there's so many opinions, there's so many different sports, and somehow Nob manages to run it, have a family, have his normal life. I mean, he's a volunteer like everybody else, except for 2 other people. He's a volunteer, he doesn't get paid for this, and he somehow manages to deal with people like myself, who are just people doing things and ask for forgiveness afterwards, but he does it with a smile, and so, Nob, I think, I respect you, absolutely. Of course, it's hard to say, yes, it will happen. I think it has a very high likelihood of happening. Especially if LA gets chosen for the 2024 Olympics. I think that would be a real opportunity for Ultimate to shine. Will be beach? There are some reasons that grass might be preferred because the IOC knows it because of the World Games. However, the ANOC World Beach Games in 2019 might change that. I also think that there's only one beach sport, as far as I know, only other one beach sport at the Olympics, which is beach volley. And Beach Ultimate could use the stadium that is used for beach volley. So I definitely think that there's an opportunity for Beach Ultimate. Smaller teams, like I said, I think filming-wise, it is probably better and easier to film and for people to follow. It's 45 minutes instead of a 100-minute game. I think that makes it more compact for people to cheer for their country and sit down for 45 minutes, an hour if you take in the cap. But so I truly believe that Beach Ultimate has an opportunity to be in the Olympics. Will it happen? Of course, I don't know. But if it's up to me, I will fight for it. So as I said earlier, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur. I start things. I start Portuguese Beach Ultimate Association, Bula, but also companies. I started a company called Get Connect in 1995 with 2 guys in Atlanta. I started another company in Portugal called Digital Memories, and I've been working with startups for the last 20 years. And one of the startups I'm working on now is actually with another Ultimate player. I'm looking into my background. I'm a scientist, I'm a chemist, but looking into storing data on DNA. And that's a project that started off really 2 months ago, and it's a very interesting project. I work with another company called Dr. Evidence. So science-related startups, business-to-business technology, that's sort of what the field I'm in. So the thing I'm personally very much involved in is trying to get partnerships and the whole live cast. And I'm not just meaning the broadcast filming-wise, but the written word and trying to get good stories out, good photos out, live scoring, and so that we can bring the people who can't be there. And as we know, Royal in France has its problems with space, but I want to bring that to everybody. So we're going to integrate Twitter, Facebook, probably Pinterest. I'm working with the very talented Justin Palmer from Madrid, great Beach Ultimate player, who is behind the website, and we're going to drive everything to live.wcbu2017.org, and I really want to make that the place that people can cheer for their team, cheer for the division, see the pictures, see the tweets, see the videos, do the scoring. Probably I'm trying to see if we can set up a fantasy league, worldwide fantasy league for all the teams that are going to be there. So we're looking for sponsors, so if anybody has a company that wants to set this up, do this, come and talk to me. But yes, the live coverage is the thing that I really look forward to from my personal point of view, because I'm sure that the games itself will be as spectacular as Dubai and all the other events. Thank you all. Have a great one. Hope to see you at the live cast or in France or Orient.